Predator: Killer of Killers is now streaming on Hulu, and it's easily one of my favorite entries in the Predator franchise. And if you're a fan of intense action, killer animation, and of course the Predator, then this film is definitely for you. This review will be 75% spoiler free, and I'll give you a heads up once the spoilers begin. This is an R-rated animated anthology film that tells 3 separate stories that ultimately merge together at the end. And each story is centered around a fierce warrior from a different era. From a Viking raider to a ninja in 17th century Japan and a pilot in World War II. Each warrior is a master in their own right, but when they come face to face with the Predator, survival becomes a new challenge. Now, this film does not hold back on the gore. It's brutal, and if you're squeamish, you've been warned. But if you're a huge fan of this franchise, then you will absolutely love this. The animation style also has an illustrative look, which makes it feel like a gritty comic book come to life. Now, the first story is of a female Viking warrior named Ursa, who is haunted by her past and is on a quest for revenge. Her use of a shield as both a weapon and defense is jaw-dropping, and watching her take on a predator using sheer skill and raw determination was amazing. The second story is easily my favorite as it focuses on 2 estranged samurai brothers who are dealing with a conflict but then become interrupted by a predator attack. The fight choreography is stunning, and despite having very little dialogue, this story is so emotional and beautifully animated. And lastly, the World War II story was my least favorite of the 3, but was still very good. We follow Torres, a Latino Air Force mechanic who dreams of becoming a pilot, when he then notices strange things happening in the sky, so he sees it as his time to shine. However, I felt like the aerial setting did slightly limit the fight dynamics. Regardless, Torres is a likable character and brings heart to this story. Now, spoilers ahead, you've been warned. So here's the twist. All 3 characters survive their encounters with the Predator. It's revealed that other Predators arrive and collect these warriors, placing them in cryopods to be used later for their entertainment. And what makes this even more interesting is the language and cultural barriers between all 3 survivors. All 3 come from different eras and backgrounds, so watching them all trying to work together was a great reward. And just when you think that things can't get any better, we see Naru at the end of the film, which was the main character from Prey, who's also in a cryopod. This final reveal left me speechless. It's the perfect tease for a future sequel where Naru may team up with these 3 survivors. And as a huge fan of Prey and Naru's character, this is everything I hoped for. This is one of the most original and brutal Predator stories to date. I highly recommend you watch it. My rating for this film is a 9.5 and I give it a solid A.